Previously on Into the Black, I had a beard, but now I do not. And
Bum
also, the
bum
players were doing
bum.
things. Previously on Into the Black, our players, our characters had brought 2 suitcases full of callow eggs on behalf of the free captain Zidel to his mate Celeste. Um, she, in her gratitude, had taken them on a shopping spree, brought them to a very fancy bar,
Was very
delightful
fancy.
time. She's an extremely accommodating host, exploring this beautiful city. And when they returned to her estate, they found that the eggs had been stolen.
Forcefully.
Forcefully, by force. Some people had stormed her home, taken the eggs, and made off with them. The players, using some clever deduction, were able to follow a trail of blood in the water like sharks from one of the assailants, as well as using one of their discarded stun darts to track them as well, made it to their hideout in the industrial part of the city. They infiltrated, not terribly inconspicuously, and were able to get Percy into the incubator room where they were keeping stolen eggs, not just from Celeste, but from maybe a dozen families here.
Yeah.
All to sell them to other families to profit off of the fertility crisis on this planet. The running gunfight that ensued brought the crew sans Percy, who is still stealing eggs while invisible, outside, down to a back entrance to this hideout, along with a shuttle of some kind that Pip, I believe, is currently hacking to escape. Klob has techno-magically, with the power of movie magic, energized his horns and is going to engage the giant mech
Yep.
and hopefully stall him long enough for all of them to get away with these eggs.
Technically,
I
it's
had
the
a question.
armor around the horns.
From what Percy saw in the egg cache room, is it clear to us whether or not the fertility crisis is actually being manufactured by this group?
These guys have like maybe 100 eggs, and many more people than that live here.
Okay. Just curious.
Seems unlikely.
Yeah, I just didn't know how much we knew about the situation. Cool. Great.
So drop downs and Club, it's your turn.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Then character sheet. I need to give him the horns with the supercharge. I'll reread what that does. Sorry.
Give him a good thumping.
Absolutely.
It's a big, big boom ouch.
Smack, baby.
Grabbing my sheet. That was the
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Supercharged weapon. Does that give me any bonus to attack? Nope, just damage. Okay, cool. The horns.
I literally went to get my notebook for the game, and then I was like, what's this piece of paper in the way? It's my character sheet.
Who needs that?
Bad hit rolls. But yeah, no, actually.
Max
no,
ooches, but bad rolls.
I don't know if they're going to hit.
Let's see.
11 and a 12. I don't
11
remember. Am I flanking with anybody at this point? Am I
Not
next to him?
currently.
I'm right by you, because wasn't the mech coming towards where we're trying to escape?
Mm-hmm.
But it did
I'm
charge
also
us.
right
We might
there.
not be flanking right now either way.
I might not be flanking, but I'm also right there. I don't know what that does.
11 and 12 is not enough. You go into charge and it grabs your horns.
Yep.
And it's underwater jets
Oof.
power up so it doesn't move.
That's terrible.
Damn.
And terrifying.
The dorks down below, the mooks, are
The
going
mooks.
to take some shots with their shock pistols up at you guys.
Oh, damn. Okay.
As they all hang on. Manala.
Mhm.
Manala, looks like just you are going to take a hit. They all sort of are firing up at you, but you're all sort of ducking and weaving.
Can I use a reaction?
To do what?
I have a reaction that's duck under, and it increases my AC by 4. Would they still hit me with that?
Is that for melee weapons?
It is. Good point. Thanks. I was trying to read it. I was like, it says reaction, so I'm gonna see what it is. All right, cool.
No,
Sounds
but
good.
don't worry, their guns don't do a lot.
It's fine.
Either way, I will. Since I'm right next to you, I will use my reaction to be a bodyguard, and I'll try to block those bullets.
Cool. Then they rolled really poorly. Klob, you take 2 piercing damage, 2 shocking electric damage. Sorry.
I actually usually just give her an AC bonus, but if it was just
okay. Then what's the AC bonus?
That's fine with me.
How much is the AC bonus?
+2.
Well, then that's enough. She does not get hit.
Yes.
You kind of just grab Midal and pull her out of the way.
I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Pansies. I hate these guys.
The big thing that you just charged at is going to try to thump you. That's it. So it raises this big metal hand and just comes into poof, hit you. Probably gonna hit
Mirror Manala.
you.
Okay.
30 hits your KAC, I feel like.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That just about.
Just barely.
Just a nick, really.
Just you wait till I get like 5 more levels worth of armor.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage as it socks you.
All right.
That is a lot.
I was already hurting. Now I'm actually really hurting.
Yeah, that's about where I am, too.
Last time my armor had just gotten like ripped open a little bit.
Pip!
Jake.
I know.
Okay.
I'm still trying to hack the ship, right?
Cool, give me a computer check to hack that bad boy.
Hack that right on the floor.
Hack that out on the floor. Hack that.
That.
I'm sure I could come up with something.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's a password.
It's the password. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
25.
25.
Nice.
So you previously had been struggling to get this thing to work, and then you're like, screw it, and you just pull off this big panel, and you just grab asshole, and you just shove him in there. You bypass the computers, and you plug it all directly into asshole, and you're in. You have control of the ship.
For context, if anyone just tuning in, Asshole is the name of my drone, automated self-sufficient hovering operator, limited edition.
Just you get it right in there. Just bam.
Right.
All right, cool. So I now have full control of this ship.
You have full control of the ship. It's going to be janky. It's going to be hard to drive through a drone, but
Does the ship have any defensive weapons?
You're not totally sure. You're going to have to try pushing buttons.
I hit a button.
Give me a computer's check.
All right. That I still says hacking, but I mean slightly different than hacking. But 30.
30. Oh yes, it does.
Shoot the big guy.
Nice. You know ship weapons don't really lock onto things like this very close. You probably hit your friends, but
I'll swim over to it if it's right there and like manually point it.
But you do find this ship does have an anti-personnel weapon on it.
Perfect.
Nice.
Which will lock onto him, and it fires. It seems to
Anti-personnel.
suck
Wow.
in ice, suck in water, freeze it, and then fire that as a projectile.
Damn.
It fires.
Stab, stab.
It hits.
For many, I hope.
Oh yes, it's pretty good.
Nice.
He takes 13 points of piercing damage
Fantastic.
as you fire these big sort of chunks of ice at him that hit his armor. The robots they do a thing. Don't worry about it. And it's Percy's turn. On your turn, I'm going to say just as a swift action, you just grab that last one. You got it, and you can put it away. Put it in the case. You've got the 2 cases.
Cool. What is the alerted status of those 2 in the middle of this room?
The middle of the room you are in, alerted to you. Is that what you're asking?
To me or to my group in the hallway?
They are very alerted to the stuff happening over there. They have no clue you're there.
Well, if they're very allergic to the stuff happening over there, I feel like I should just run for it and group up.
Yeah, they have no knowledge of your existence.
Great.
Okay, let's see. What's my movement? 40, I think? Yeah.
It's a lot. And if you run, you move 4 times your speed.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run straight to the crew and out the door at the top.
Okay.
So, what's that distance?
Do they get
160.
some perception checks to try to see you?
I'm not invisible. I dropped that. I've just been hiding.
Oh, okay. Well then, book it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm booking it. So I can get 65 feet to here, and then I'm under Pip, and then straight up. Like, guys, I got the eggs. Let's go.
They are gonna get a couple opportunity attacks on you.
That's fine
but
because I have +4 against those.
Ooh, +4 against those. What's your KAC then?
Crap! I closed the thing.
Foolish mortal.
I know. It's 18 + 4, 22.
Oh man, then none of them hit you.
Yes, excellent. I am mobility supreme.
Then none of them touch you.
I use my feet as a feat.
Your feet. Your fleet feet. They whiffin. Please desist.
I jump over one of the egg canisters.
Oh yeah, and you're back with your friends.
Cool. And I've got both of the things, right?
Mm-hmm. Pip
Yep.
is inside the shuttle. The shuttle has got its little anti-personnel weapon down. Boom, 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 boom.
Let me in.
Yeah.
Let me out.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Cool. Yeah, you can get in. You have movement to spare.
Cool.
Maynala,
I would like to get into the shuttle also.
you're in.
Okay.
It's a beautiful shuttle. Again, looks like a manta ray.
Yes, it was super cool. Do they have a comms system?
Yes.
I would
Pretty
like to
standard
use,
comm system.
I would like to use that.
To do what?
I would like to send out an anonymous tip on the location of this place where a villainous lair is located with a cache of stolen eggs. To the
Okay.
local police force.
Well, you send that message. Can you make a persuasion check?
Yeah, sure.
Or it's diplomacy in this. Sorry.
That's fine. I knew what you meant. Let's roll dice. And then add 12 to that.
Oh yeah. You send out this impassioned message saying that there's this cache of eggs and
Yeah.
these people have stolen it and we've gotten ours and we're leaving. So if you were missing your eggs, you should come here. If you had your eggs stolen, you should come here.
And I want to send it also so it gets out to whatever the local law enforcement is. I know there's not much right now.
You're trying to find local law enforcement. There appears to be effectively none.
Well, whatever the local posting bulletin is, whatever Facebook is in this place.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Need
Spacebook, I'm
process.
sorry. Spacebook.
Obviously.
Club Nebo.
Yeah.
Club Nabo. I am going to. Is there Robo Buddy, Robo Bloodied?
Is he oiled?
Yeah.
He's really close to being oiled.
Cool. That's great. I'm going to.
All your friends are in the shuttle currently.
Yeah, I'm going to run back towards the shuttle, and I'll take an attack of opportunity if he wants to.
He does.
I'd imagine he would.
Oh, he very much hits, unless your KAC is 30.
It is not again.
Shocking. Really.
Oh, but he rolled minimum damage. You take 8.
Hey, I can afford 8. I can
8
do that.
is minimum. God, get in
8 is
here
great.
fast.
Yeah, right.
Get in here.
So I move 35 feet. Does that get me into the shuttle?
You're in the shuttle.
Cool. From the shuttle, I'm going to toss the canister backwards. It's got magnets to bring it back to me. It's fine. With
Canister?
the microbot canister, and it's got a little disposable puck that I can throw. It's fine. I don't need to throw the whole thing.
You just open it and they.
Yeah, and I'm going to cast Microbot Assault again because that didn't work last time.
It's a cool spell, though.
Yeah, it is. I lost it down a hallway though because I was doing other things. Gotta concentrate on them, Otherwise, they just dissipate. He needs to make a which type of save is it? Shoot. Did I attach that?
Is it a Fort Ref or Will?
Assault Starfinder. But I had it inside the thing. It is a. Oh no, it's no saving throw. I'm sorry. That's why. I just get to make it in a 10-foot square. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, those things just swarm all over him, and they begin harassing him inside the suit. I think I did this last time. Maybe I already had them out somewhere. That's fine.
These nanobots start finding all the little holes that have been created by his battle into the suit, and they're crawling in there, and they're biting, they're disassembling things, they're doing the thing that Ant-Man did in Civil War, but with less quippy banter.
Yep, absolutely.
Nice.
I like that quippy banter though.
And on my,
you gotta pay more for that.
Absolutely. On my turn, it is going to grant harrying fire on that guy and covering fire against anybody that he shoots at. So +2 AC against him, +2 AC, or -2 AC for him.
Nice, fantastic.
Nice.
The dudes shoot ineffectually at the shuttle. They don't have their big guns with them. And that you can hear these bolts pinging off of the hull, a few denting it, but you're okay for now.
Suck it.
On his turn, he's going to ready his big arm cannon. He's going to fire at the ship.
Please don't.
Oh,
He's
God.
harried.
Fire taunted you.
He is harried.
Please don't blow us up.
He fires, and you see this big dent in the side of the ship. You think he definitely damaged some things, but it's a ship.
Right.
And we're to Pip.
Whoosh!
You beep, 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 beep.
Punch it, Pippin.
Your drone in there pulls on some wires like Remy and Ratatouille.
Nice.
And the ship gets the hell out of there. Can I get a piloting check from you, Pip?
You can.
I like seeing the big numbers. It's fun.
It is fun.
Just because you said that, I'm not going to get a
Would
big
you like
number.
me to assist, Pip?
Yes.
There is a co-pilot seat.
I shall assist you.
I'm going to be watching comms to see if anybody asks follow-up questions about the information I shared.
26.
I'm better at assisting.
I'm going to get on guns in case he follows.
Better at piloting.
Cool. That's plenty.
Yeah, you are better at piloting.
Are able to get away. You see them get on these kind of underwater scooters to pursue you, but you're much faster. And they seem sort of cautious about leaving this area. But you're away. You get away. You have this strange shuttle. If you spend some time looking around in here, there are crates of things in here. Some of these big locked crates. It seems like they got a shipment of something recently.
Bob, can you do a scan for detect tech?
Yep.
I'll do a scan for detect thoughts so I can detect minds. So if there's anything sentient in those crates, I will know.
No mines, but
Great.
Club, you detect quite a bit of tech.
Okay. Quite a bit. Oh, we got some loot here.
I would like to head straight for Celeste's as long as we're sure nothing else on here is dangerous to her. And I want to get in contact with her and let her know we're on the way and make sure she's safe and it's okay.
Or you can call her, and she says, "Oh, you're alive. Did you get them? Did you get the eggs back?"
Yes,
Oh,
they're here, safe.
oh.
Unimprinted.
My gills have been burning since you left. I'm so glad.
This is not just about your eggs. We found a whole operation there for stolen eggs.
I saw that message. I expect half the families in the city are getting ready to storm that place.
I should hope so. We did as much
I hope
damage as
they
we
can
could.
be civil about sharing the eggs.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they find out when they get there.
But I'm glad you were successful. Please come back quickly.
On the way.
What are you flying? What is that?
It's a stolen craft. It was there. It was fast.
You are Zydel's friends.
Speed was of the utmost importance, I know, to you. I didn't want to keep you worrying longer than necessary.
If you were riding eels back, I would take it.
Over and out.
And she just sort of nods and ends the transmission.
Now I want to ride eels someday.
You think that sounds like kind of an expression that doesn't really work in basic?
Right. I'm sure.
Makes more
like
sense in your language.
Mail.
Eels on wheels.
So yeah, Club, as you're sort of examining these crates, they look locked with some kind of keypad, but it's a box. You can open boxes.
Oh, for sure, dude. Pry bar, like.
The whole point of a safe is just to be inconvenient.
Yeah.
A
little bit of a classic welder.
What would your engineering or athletics be to break these boxes open?
I can just get like a tool from Pip. I'm sure he has a cutter, and so
yeah, you just
do engineering.
I carry a welder with me all the time now. Remember?
Yeah.
Exactly. They don't appear to have any kind of weird safety measures. You're able to pop them open. They're nice saves, but again, they're meant to keep people from opening it.
Yeah.
Inside, you're sort of
walls.
stunned by what you find in these boxes. In one of them, you find this big container of what looks like 2,000 UPBs.
Nice.
Oh.
Universal UBPs, universal base polymers. Use them for crafting.
Yeah,
you find about 2,000 of those in a container.
Omni stuff.
You find 4 of these fancy cred sticks with 1,000 credits on them each.
Dang.
Jake, are you writing this one down?
Yep.
Great, thanks.
In another one you open up that looks like a gun case, you find this very beautiful Callow laser rifle. And as you play with it, it's an infinity rifle.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool.
A Mark I infinity rifle. And you can go on Space Internet and look those up.
Nice.
Fancy pants and rifle.
And then in the other box, you find it looks like parts. You find these sort of a weapon, an armor upgrade that looks like these sort of things you can put on your armor and then trigger that will cause a flash that blinds people around you.
Sorry, it goes on the armor?
It goes on your armor. They're called flash
awesome.
blinders.
That's so cool.
You see riot police wear them sometimes.
Nice.
Hey guys, we got heck of stuff.
And a magical item, Club, a techno magic item, an accuracy seal. They're magical items that you put on weapons that improve their effects.
Ooh.
Cool. Hey, any of you guys a sharp shot? This rifle might be good for somebody.
I do
It's
happen to be.
it looks like a little circular piece of metal with runes on it that you put on a weapon.
Yeah, no, I mean the rifle, the laser rifle.
Yeah.
And it has. We also have this accuracy thing. Might help for some long range stuff. I don't know if that helps with. I don't know exactly what it's for. We can figure it out.
Mark I infinity rifle and see if it's something that I can use. I can use a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys mind if I take this armor mod? It's gonna make me go super shiny. I could get all shiny near the enemies.
Go for it. Shiny cow. Sounds
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sparkle cow.
They won't see themselves getting troubled.
I'm thinking that one day I'll be a rock star.
You also find a collection of less exciting weapons. It seems they have this must be some kind of shipment or payment they just got or were about to send out. It's unclear when you stole this truck. I will post the less exciting guns somewhere else.
All right.
Cool.
Nice.
They're good, but they're just not as cool as the other things.
That's fine.
I'd take a replacement for old trusty if it's old and trusty, all analog.
Wait, do you have a weapon called Old Trusty?
Yeah, dude.
So do I.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
is it a revolver?
No, it's a knife. But
Oh,
I've
that's
had it
pretty
since session
cool.
1.
Well, you guys should put the knife on the gun.
Bayonet.
Takes you guys very little time to get back to more like Old Rusty.
Is it a
Very,
elite, tactical, advanced, or paragon infinity rifle?
the lowest one,
Okay, I'm not sure which that is.
Mark 1, I believe.
They don't have marks on here. I'll figure it out.
Jake, that would be tactical.
I believe it's tactical.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What level is that?
3.
3? Well, I'll tell you which one it is later.
Advanced is 7. If that was what.
Oh my
and
god,
it's
wait.
advanced.
Brandon,
Then,
the
okay.
note on it says more like Old Rusty. Look at the name of my 2 knives. Look at it. Wait, I'm just gonna roll them.
Is it really Old Rusty?
Old
These are my
Rusty,
2 knives.
Rusty knife, Rusty knife.
That's funny.
We spent too much
So,
time together.
yeah, it's not a tactical, it's an advanced infinity rifle, and all that other stuff.
Nice.
Um,
Cool.
It takes you very little time to get back to Zydel's place, and you take up the entire landing pad with this shuttle.
All right.
She does not own a large shuttle, clearly not meant to accommodate it at her place.
That's fine. I don't think we should all leave the ship because it's really nice.
Yeah, I think that
And
can
it's
make
stolen. Pip, what are you thinking?
Does she have a garage?
No, the landing pad is inside inside her compound.
So it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you see there's a lot more guards here. She's called in everybody who wasn't working. It's going to be safe.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, Percy, if you just keep taking the suitcases, I'll go in front of you and then can follow behind.
Okay.
You seem very trustworthy. Like you got these out, so I'm gonna place all my trust in you.
I did. I verified them. They are all the correct DNA signature.
Go science team! High five.
When you go inside, everyone cheers. You're greeted with hugs and embraces. They take the crates away from you, and the doctor is checking them, and he seems unworried. He seems like as he's checking them, he seems with the air of someone where everything is going right. Drinks are being passed out. Food. It's a little mini party. The return of the eggs. You for the guests of honor.
Nice.
I'll take a perception check from Percy.
Okay.
Because you're the most sort of paranoid observant one.
I am.
You're a little uncomfortable with the party. And you're kind of looking for anywhere for your eyes to be except the party.
Seems really in poor taste to serve deviled eggs at this party.
It is weird. When your eyes track over to a television, a panel, a screen that has been left on, seems like maybe someone was watching it, but then just sort of forgotten, on mute.
Got called away to do something, or yeah.
And at the bottom, it's flashing emergency bulletin. And there is footage. You assume narration of exactly what's going on, but mostly you're just seeing footage of steward ships in orbit firing on other ships you can barely see.
In airspace above Callow.
Yeah.
Guys.
It says engagement above Callow. Emergency bulletin.
Awesome.
Guys. That's really close.
I see it.
One
and
second.
then
Tell these
Come
nice
on.
fish
I
ladies.
can't remember his name. Who's I think it was a guy, the head of Celeste's security force for her home.
You can talk to him.
I'll just talk to him and point it out so he's aware.
Yes, Pip?
And then I took him and I threw him across the wall and I said, "You give me those eggs, mister!"
He really did.
People are enthralled. They are enthralled. They love it. Even the ones who clearly know you're lying still love it.
All right.
And there's only a couple.
There was like fish alcohol at this fish party, right?
Oh, there's lots of fish alcohol.
We
my
can't
God.
drink it.
You find that you're given these sort of weird drinking bulbs, and then as you bring them close to your helmet, and they realize you can't drink, they give you the kind of helmet that Minala is wearing that is not a helmet. It's like a collar that uses some sort of force field to push the water away from your head.
That's cool.
So cool.
So as you bring the drink in, you can just drink.
It passes through, yeah.
Nice. I was thinking I would just do it like college, like chink.
Did you do a lot of underwater drinking in college?
It was a
Space
whole
drinking,
thing.
underwater drinking. One time I went in acid and drank in the acid. It was
I think
oh my god.
maybe he went to college on this
It
planet.
would have been on
You drop
acid.
acid?
No, that was a different place.
You go over to the security officer, and he sort of is having a good time, and then he doesn't really understand what you're saying, and he looks at the screen, and he sort of goes from the shimmering bluish green, and his scales go kind of pale, and then dark, and then back to a dull blue. And he says, he kind of goes off to start looking at his hand terminal to figure out what's going on. And Percy, as you keep looking back at the screen, you see now it's showing footage of this giant orbital mirror that is above Kalamohi, that reflects sunlight down to generate power, because you're kind of far from the sun. Except what you saw coming in was a big, giant flower-like thing made out of mirrors, is now in multiple pieces, broken and falling towards the planet.
That's not good.
Pip, you're could have broken out of your story by an emergency transmission from Bree on your terminal.
Hold on, everybody. More critical, important missions. What up?
It's crackly, as if it's being transmitted through water, because it is. And she says, "Are you watching the news right now?"
News? No, I'm telling the news.
Who is this, Bree?
Yeah. And she says, "Dives or some of his assholes are in orbit blowing up the Steward fleet, and they just broke the mirror. It's fallen towards the city."
What's that?
There's a giant orbital mirror above the city
That's
that
not good.
reflects sunlight for power, and it's been broken and it's falling.
Shit. Well, everyone, nice talking to you. Bye.
Where's Bree have the ship right now?
What
Bree
did it
says,
say?
"I'm diving underwater to come get you guys and hide from the debris.
Yes, please.
Shoot.
This thing handles like a pig underwater."
Telepathically to everyone,
You're not treating her
are we
right.
going to try to get Celeste out of here and take her with us?
I'm a little bit confused. How big is this mirror? Because Kala presumably has an atmosphere and we're underwater.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem like it should be
it
able to do that much damage.
The mirror is multiple kilometers wide, and it floats above the city, shooting extra sunlight down at it.
In the atmosphere or in space?
In space, just like International Space Station low.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it'll be bad for the city if it hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look
Presumably
on your
not all of
terminals, you see the city is floating. They're trying to move.
Won't it burn up?
Well, that's what I'm saying is not all of it will probably get through. Some of it will, though.
Sure, I'm just...
It's
Yeah.
It won't. Some of it will burn up.
Okay.
Some of it will be deflected. The city will move, but there will still be junk.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, exactly.
It's like the first episode of Dead Like Me.
I just think of this thing large and flat having lots of
Toilet
drag.
seat.
So.
But it is currently falling.
You guys want to get in the ship and try and Armageddon it in midair? You guys seen that movie? I don't think it exists.
Seen that movie. Let's do it.
Pip has definitely seen that
Bree
movie.
I thought Bree was meeting us underwater.
Yeah, she's coming down to us, so we'll meet her halfway.
Yeah. Are we going to be able to just like break up the entire thing? If it's kilometers wide, we're never going to have time to do that.
Well, we can just try and go after like the part that's headed towards the city.
If you just split it so that it goes
I
on
don't-
either
what
side
else
of the
can we
city,
do?
right? Like,
Yeah,
I guess
split
that's a
it
good
so it's
point.
more harmless.
Yeah, the city's the main
Like, I've
priority.
seen Armageddon.
I have seen Armageddon.
Pip has definitely seen Armageddon.
Wasn't Tyler Live great in that? Slightly different.
So yeah, it seems like the security chief has turned off the screen and is keeping this from most of the party guests.
What's his plan for keeping Celeste safe?
you want to ask him?
Yeah.
We're midway down the lower spire. I think we'll be fine.
Is there anywhere that she can take shelter?
The compound has shields. We've got supplies here. I expect we'll be all right. And worst comes to worst, we'll evacuate.
Just make sure she and the egg stay safe.
I will.
All right. And I'll shake his hand, and then I'll say, we're going to go and try to stop this thing before it hits.
What
Good
idiots
luck to
blew
you.
the mirror? That's stupid. Would they
Alright.
think it was themselves and shoot it?
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah,
shit!
that-
Oh, it was us.
That's actually a good point real quick though. How are we gonna break up the mirror? It's a mirror. I don't know if the mining laser is gonna be the best idea on this one.
Grenades.
There's a whole lot of grenades.
Torpedoes, grenades, flat cannon.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right, explosives time. You might want to load up real quick. You think we could just tow a gas station?
Underwater, like a big. Let's tractor beam a fucking like a semi full of gas, right? Like
Why don't we just tractor beam the manta ray and drag it behind us?
we don't have tractor beams. That's why.
Oh, I was joking. Well, I
We
was
just
joking.
tractor
Pip,
beam the
looking at the
falling
manta
glass.
ray, if you knocked the decorative wings off, it would fit in the cargo bay.
What would?
The manta ray. If you knocked the decorative wings off and the tail,
Probably make
would
it more
fit.
like water dynamic or something.
So that's pretty big. If we could do that, then
You're
can't we,
pretty
like,
sure they're decorative.
those big gas tanks for the fuel tanks for the stations with jet fuel. Those have got to be those they just float down here, right? They just probably have buoyancy applied, and then they just leave them. There's no reason to bury them or anything like that. Let's just haul one of those. If we can't fit it in the ship, we might be able to just tow behind.
Just tie it off with a big old rope or something.
Giant cable, yeah.
You guys get a message from
Tie it
Bree,
behind
and
the
he
ship.
says, "I'm right outside the mid spire where you guys are. Can you guys get out to me?"
Yeah, we're coming
Yeah.
out to her.
Coming.
Where's that polymer?
Well, how you getting out there?
Running. Well, I guess we'll
Okay.
take the manta ray,
Cool,
and I'll
take the manta ray.
creatively, as we fly out there, I'll just just grind the wings off.
You are definitely damaging people's property.
Oh
Just
yeah,
slid straight into the cargo.
just a little bit of cliff, a building.
Oh yeah, there's no cliff down here. It's all
Pip, I
building.
thought you were
Everything
good
is
at
private
flying.
property.
I'm trying to knock the wings off so it'll fit in the cargo bay.
That's
You
easy
green
enough for
bastard.
someone like you, and you've got them knocked off.
It's
And the
It's like when you're playing Star Fox 64 multiplayer and you want to pretend to be a tank, so you turn 90 degrees and you go until your one wing falls off, and then you turn the other way until the other wing falls off, and then you go on the ground. You pretend to be a tank.
a little glimpse into Jake's childhood, everyone.
Like what me and my
You
brother
did this
would do
3 years ago.
all the time.
So you pretend to be a tank, and you're successful, and you realize you might recognize this model of shuttle without all of its decorative stuff. You fly it outside, you land it in the cargo bay. It's a little awkward because Bree is not holding it steady. You gotta bang around in there before you land. And you're on board. You think you have maybe minutes before it's too late to do anything about any mirror fragments.
Comms. Bree, Mach, whatever. Get us up there to destroy this mirror.
What?
We're gonna.
I'm
go
sorry,
shoot-
what did you say?
We're gonna go shoot the falling stuff.
All right, but Pip better get up here to drive.
We might need two of us to drive this one.
I want Percy in the passenger seat.
I can help.
So wait, what's the Prowler is the shuttle, right?
Yeah.
Or that's can we?
The
Prowler?
Prowler is Miles Morales' uncle.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler!
Are we gonna edit that to bleep that out?
That has existed for so long.
Klaus,
How could you?
what was your question?
Can we or what, I don't remember what it's called, but the shuttle. Can we use that thing to help guide the fuel tank when we need to slingshot it? We're probably not going to want to slam onto the mirror ourselves. It's
You
falling
could certainly
towards us.
try.
All right,
So
cool.
did we get a fuel tank or no?
You don't have a fuel tank at the moment.
But we can, right?
I mean, yeah, we can
Well,
try.
Gotta be one somewhere.
Okay, he said we only have a few minutes. I think that Percy and Pip can co-pilot with each other. Clob, you can be on the flat cannon, and then I can be on some other kind of weapon we have, not the mining laser.
Okay.
Cool.
That's probably our best bet, is my suggestion.
Yep.
I'm happy to hear other plans. I'm just suggesting a plan so we can do it.
The shooting at it makes sense, but I still like the fuel tank idea.
I like that fuel tank idea better too, but I don't think we have narrative time to get one.
All right.
Unless we eject our own and then
I'd pick a culture check to guess where to get a tank of spaceship fuel.
I can do that. Whoa. I was like, where'd my roll 20 go? There it is. Brandon, do you want to assist?
Yeah.
Cool. And then plus 9. So
It's like
18.
an 8 thing, so you could reduce. I'll reduce the DC for you by 5
Oh, do you need a culture check from me too?
if you want.
I can do that.
And mine is 18 total.
Cool.
Culture plus 4. My culture's not that great.
Plus 4 plus another 5 because you're an ace pilot.
She's like 12.
Cool. 12. Klob, you've run jobs that involve stealing tanks of fuel before, and you think that if you could, if you were able to see, like, flying up on the way, see a, like, small refueling station, you'd be able to point which one is the fuel tank.
Nice. Cool.
Those
I
are
say we
just
get
out.
one near the surface. They'll be fleeing anyway.
Yep. Sounds good.
Cool.
Cool. So you guys are flying towards the surface. Pip's in the seat.
Yep.
Pip is flying towards the surface. Hammer down. You break the surface, and you see that every other ship up here is diving underwater to hide.
Yeah.
While we're going up to the surface, I could use the comm system to like look at a map and see if I can find the closest fueling station.
You do, and you think there's a little one that Klob, you think will probably have one, and as you break the surface, water coming off of you, you see it.
Perfect.
And it's just a little shop, and then this tank.
Perfect. Can the tank fit inside the ship?
It could. It'd be kind of hard to get inside the ship. The way your guys' docking stuff works is they're kind of grabby.
So we can just grab the side of it with our docking clamps.
Yeah, your docking clamps can grab.
Because if you think about the way an actual fuel tank for a semi works, like there's a whole attaching thing on the front of it for the semi to attach to, like in real life. So
it'd be awkward, but Pip's a good pilot. He'd probably be able to snag this thing like a bird.
So I'm just thinking, just fly the ship sideways so it's hanging low, so we're not trying to like tip it in the air, so it's just hanging from us.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I initiate artificial gravity.
Pip, I'll take a piloting check from you, and Percy, I'll take another piloting check from you as you're trying to run the clamps to grab this thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I wanted to assist Percy with regular piloting, but that's fine. I can do this.
Sure.
My roll wasn't great.
You said because you were in the driver's seat, but you can swap it back however you want. So you can tell me how you want to do it.
It's fine because we're doing different tasks, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Pip, you get it just in the right spot, and Percy, you grabbed onto something. You're not sure what.
All right.
I think I got it.
All
Or
right.
there's someone that's going to be really angry.
So the ship is sideways now as we pull up, and I activate the artificial gravity.
It's awkward to fly like this. The planet's gravity and the ship's gravity are fighting each other. It makes you a little sick.
So everything's like a little diagonal, sort of.
Pip, as you're flying it, it feels like you're carrying something.
We got sensors and cameras. Like I turn it on and see what we're carrying.
Something big and heavy and metal.
Sensors.
Sensors. You take a second and you think it's probably the fuel tank. Almost certain it's the fuel tank.
All right.
Because the clamp just knows if it's clamped.
Right.
Right.
You guys are. It's not meant to be used as a claw game.
You've saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
I'm trying
flying.
to like accelerate as hard as we can at the mirror.
As you're flying up, you see it breaking through the upper clouds. This big hunk of mirror.
Cool. And what I'm basically prepping to do is, here's the maneuver that I'm trying to program, because this is not something you try and do manually. You program this.
Oh, yeah,
maneuver,
you program
because those kind of
stuff.
things have to happen all at the right time.
I mean, if you're lame.
What we're basically do is we're dragging it up, so it's getting some momentum up. We're gonna do a hard. We're turned sideways, so it's hanging on the left side because that's where we're gonna do a hard right
Port side.
turn.
Yeah, hard right turn.
start to fling it up like
discus style,
like a discus or a shot put, right? To fling it up, and in order to help that rotational momentum, we're gonna fire as many weapons as we can in the correct directions.
Okay.
And any weapons that can, which several of them will be able to, are going to go at the mirror to break it up into smaller pieces. Because the smaller the pieces, the more they'll just burn up. Because surface area, it's all about surface
it's all
area.
about surface area.
Yep.
And then once we do that flip maneuver, we fire all the weapons. We undo the clamps to throw the thing up. We then flip down and full speed away from this mirror before this thing explodes, and fire all rear weapons.
As this is happening in slow motion, it's intercut with Pip at a whiteboard explaining this to us.
Yeah.
Like the physics.
I'm going to need from somebody
Shooting
a very difficult computer's check to program this complex maneuver in like a minute.
I'm like, Clob, I need you on this subroutine. Percy, I need you on that subroutine. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Should I assist or?
Yeah,
I mean,
assist.
I can fly the plane while you're all doing this because I technically have piloting.
I mean, actually, who has the highest computers?
I have 11.
I
have
got some
15.
okay computers.
I'm 15, so.
12. Yeah.
All
you're
right, so
better.
yeah, assist me.
Yeah, I assisted you.
Pip's idea. You should be assisting Pip.
All right. 15
Clob
plus
succeeds in his assist.
your assist.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
You succeed in your assist.
4. Fingers crossed. Yeah, pretty good. 36.
Pip, you don't know why, but you just work the best under pressure.
I know exactly.
This would take you like 15 minutes in real life, finding all these bugs and having to go back and fix them. But this code flows from your fingertips. You did not create this routine. You discovered it.
This is science fiction.
Like Mozart. Just... your little
Michelangelo
mouse fingers.
looking at the block of marble going, it's in there.
Oh, yeah. And then you go find
I look at a
it.
bunch of zeros and ones. I'm like, there's a program in here, and I start chiseling away the number. Wait a minute.
It flows from your fingers, fully formed, and you hit run. And it just is perfect. You're actually like just kind of pleased with yourself with just the simplicity, the beauty of your little program you've made.
Well, because
as
it
the
really
ship.
all reduces down to this fundamental physics principle that we're going to use to do all of the things. And so everything else is just attachments to this pure physics principle that we just encoded perfectly at the core. It's beautiful.
I don't care what you say. It's the music of Bry, nothing less.
Pip's hearing Vesk opera in his head. Breaking turn, weapons firing at just the right moment, docking clamp, releases just perfectly. This thing rockets up, and as you guys burn hard away, all the rear weapons fire back. This thing, it gets hit, it's starting to shoot sort of vent plasma, and then it hits this big hunk of mirror and sends this shock through it that sort of shatters this thing.
The camera zooms out and shakes.
Yeah,
That was jet
lots
fuel.
of lens flare.
It's got to be a nice explosion.
You guys are all just like holding on for dear life, as it's just your lives are in the hands of this program now.
JJ, is that you?
Exactly like that. And you guys burn hard. The bottom thrusters are firing as hard as they can. They're burning hot. Everything is in the red. But just like you expected, it's just barely before the break point. And you water spraying up as you break just above the water, and then sort of land in the water away from, and then sink under the water to protect yourself, as now much smaller debris and a lot less debris rains on the surface of the water and the top half of this city.
Did
And
anybody get that on
everybody
tape?
breathes. Chicken, who you now realize is sitting up here, and it's just you guys and Chicken. Chicken's buckled in, and he goes, And as he breathes out, he turns into a dragon. And the big noodle dragon is like draped over the chair.
I forgot to ask earlier, can someone bring me my brown pants?
You're funny, Pip.
Whew.
Oh,
That
God.
was very well done.
I couldn't have done it without you on those subroutines. Sorry, this is Jake laughing, not Pip.
Pip's nervous laughter.
Well,
Wait, so who was that? Was that Dives? Did she say Dives?
Bree comes up and opens the door as Chicken hears the door start to swoosh and goes back into a chicken.
Oh man. Even though people know.
I can't when I'm nervous.
He knows you guys don't want him to be a dragon around people.
Well.
And Bree comes in. The tips of Bree's horns are blackened, and Bree is still a little bit on fire.
she was in the engine room.
Patting stuff out. The fuck was that?
I think we saved the city. I mean, I'm not sure yet. We'll see if the city is destroyed or not. But...
Well, it set everything on fire.
Oh, shit. And I
Right.
get up and run back there. I get up and I grab because we've got the, the fire extinguisher in here, and I grab it off the wall as I run back there.
He seems unconcerned, and she stays up there with the rest of you three as Pip is down back to the engine room. Yeah. Pip, you get back there. It was on fire. The fire suppression system turned on.
Okay, good.
You just overloaded literally everything.
Awesome.
And all the fail-safes kicked in, and you're just going to have to turn them off. Rhiannon can help. It won't take long.
Right.
The three of you are in the bridge with Bree. She says, that was some fancy flying.
Fancy hacking, but yeah, whatever it took at that point. We'd gone to some crazy base and got the eggs. After all that, I didn't want everything we did to get destroyed.
Well, that's exciting.
We did give them the eggs, right? They're not still in the
Yeah, they got.
No,
storage?
they got them at the
Party,
party.
they got
They got them at the party.
Whew.
How much did you
Those are
drink, Club?
Destroyed. Everything they gave me.
He's right at that Balmer Peak. That's why his code was so good.
He's right at the place where he's really good at bowling. She says, so what's the plan now? Wait for all the shit in orbit to blow over?
I don't know. Does it look like it'll come surface side?
She goes over and beep, beep, beep. And a hollow screen in front tops up, and she says, I'm tapping into a weather satellite feed. This is what's happening in orbit. Boop! And you see there's this just big battle going on in orbit. There's a bunch of these big, heavy, tough, heavy-hitting, armored steward ships that are slugging it out with a smaller number of faster, very advanced-looking, unusually shaped ships that actually don't really show up that well on the satellite sensors.
Huh.
They appear to have some kind of stealth tech, some kind of radar-absorbing, stealthy things.
Can we,
And just
We
from
do
this
some-
brief look, the stewards are getting their butts kicked.
yeah. Bria, do you recognize those other ships at all?
These are
She puts out the
Sorry.
last fire on her
Loyal-
hair, and what?
loyalists. These are loyalist stewards.
Loyalist stewards fighting advanced stealth ships.
Cool. Good.
And she says, I've remembered seeing schematics kind of like that before, but I didn't realize any were built.
Where do you remember
My-
seeing them?
Oh, I'm not sure. Data brokers. My
Oh, okay.
guess, these are Dives guys with a bunch of new toys given to them by our friend Reggie. This has blue ion all over it.
Do you think they're here for us or for what? What's on Kilmahoy?
I don't know. They haven't come down to the surface at all. As far as I can tell, the only thing here is a steward fleet to bully.
Didn't the last time we were here though, like when we landed, we were saying it was one of the last places with like resources and people could get in and out freely
Yeah,
for the
it
time
doesn't.
being?
It's not strategic at all.
Right.
They're
Really,
just hunting down stewardships.
it seems to be the stewardships are the only thing they're here for.
All right. Well,
Yeah, let's take a vote.
Mm.
If people want to lay low or try to just bounce now.
I mean, we could see what happens and see if it blows over. But if they're going to, you know, win against the stewards, are they going to then occupy this place? That might not be good for us if we stay here.
All right, you want to try to escape in the chaos?
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
we can't stay involved in this war. We can't take on armies.
Decision made. Let's get out.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Zidel and we can report and get our reward.
I'm all right with that. I'll go help Pip get all the shutoffs turned back on, and we'll get out of here.
If it's just putting out fires,
The fires
I
are
can-
out. Don't worry.
I could. Oh, okay. I was like, I could help a little.
The Halo system kicked in. It's done.
Okay. I want to check in with the rest of the crew. We were gone for a bit, and I'll just update them kind of about what happened at a high level. That we went to deliver the eggs that were stolen. We had to get them back. Blah blah blah.
Dact is very hard to read because he's a bug. Dr. Vizan, clearly shaken by the battle and the fighting and all this stuff, and he's very happy to leave. Vizov, you can tell, is sort of putting on a brave face. Definitely used to handling this kind of danger, but
Okay.
clearly scary.
And I'll say, you've all been a great crew so
Oh,
far.
and
through this-
Rhiannon, you think Rhiannon is genuinely unfazed.
Great. So she's crazy.
What
And
happened?
I'll just say, you've all been great through this first mission. I'm sure the rest will go more smoothly, and we're getting out of here now. So don't worry.
Give
I'm
me
sure we
a
run into
diplomacy check.
any more trouble in the future. Ever.
I wouldn't say that. I just mean
Positive.
things could be worse. And then add to that 12.
Nice.
So 30.
You are quite confident you have soothed any ruffled feathers.
Assuaged fears at present. Great. Good.
Cool.
Morale is important.
Pip, she's ready to fly.
Drift jump.
Get out of here.
You fly out. You get out of the atmosphere. It takes like a minute or two for it to do the math for drift travel, but you're hammered down away from the action, and you're just a little tiny transport. A few combat drones acquire you and chase you briefly. I think one fires a torpedo at you, but it seems mostly like it's trying to chase you off.
Flat cannon.
Flat cannon. You're not it's a drone. And before they can get in range to be dangerous, you poof into the drift.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Where are you headed?
That's a good
We're
question.
to Apostate next, right?
No, we have to go back to Freeport to report to Zidel.
We don't need to report.
We
to
can
Zed.
just hail him.
Call him.
Also,
Well-
Celeste can just call him.
Let's be somewhere safe before we call him.
We can go to.
Well,
Apostate.
we're in the drift.
Why don't we go to Apostate, call him on the way, and then if turns out we need to report to him, we could just hang a left at, drift.
You guys don't have
We don't have drift
technology
comms.
capable of sending comms in the drift. That's
Oh, that's
very
Yeah.
right.
rare and
Yeah, sorry, I
expensive.
forgot about
So
that. Yeah.
wait,
Or you
wasn't there
need a psychic.
We'll go
was
to.
there someone we had to go
Oh.
before?
Wait, we could. Sorry.
Was there someone we had to go before Apostate to get something to go to Apostate?
No, we have to go to Apostate to get the thing to go to.
Got it.
our pond.
Okay, no, cool, sweet. I'm with it.
We could use what's her name?
Oh no, we needed to salvage some junk between Eox and Triaxis, and then
You
take
did
that
that.
to Apostate.
We already,
And then there
we
were
already
more
did
jobs in
that.
Apostate.
What's the Lashunta's name? I'm sorry, Madam Lady
Tohiro?
Tohiro. That's right. We could talk to her from the drift, can't we?
I could check in with her.
Could we get her to send us a message? Then we could just talk to him on the way.
I can try to just reach out to her and see how she's doing first, and then if she seems well enough, I'll ask her to relay a message.
All right.
I'll telepathically reach out to Tohiro.
Give me a charisma check.
I don't
To
add anything
meditate.
except my charisma mod, right? That
So
was only
10.
4. Yeah.
You reach out, and you're not focused. You're off center right now with all the conflict and the stuff. And you haven't talked to her in a while, so your connection isn't quite as strong. It's kind of struggling to reach out at the moment.
Okay. I'll just let everybody know. I'll say it's too weak right now. Maybe I should practice meditating. And then I'll see if Chicken wants to practice meditating with me to try to get more control over his shapeshifting.
Chicken will absolutely take you up on that offer.
I think it'd be helpful for both of us to kind of just zen out a little.
Cool. You go into did you guys take out your hollow suite?
I think so.
Then you go into your cabin and you turn the lights off and you turn on jungle noises.
Nice. I have one of those little plants that like undulate slightly from Babika, so I'll put that in the center as like our mandala, kind of like
a peace orchid. A peace orchid.
Yes.
And you put it there and you guys meditate for a while. And it seems to help Chicken sort of like be able to kind of shift at will while meditating.
Nice.
It's like with his breathing is like in chicken, out dragon.
I can do my like read mind thing on him while it's happening to just kind of like check in on him.
When you do that, you notice the Chicken is trying really hard to keep thoughts out of his head.
Okay, great. That's good.
But the thoughts that are encroaching are ones of uncertainty, and sort of this like yearning, like he wants to know where he comes from. He wants to know more about himself and his past and his place.
Mm-hmm. Who his people are.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he keeps pushing it away.
Interesting. Okay. Good.
You guys are, I think, a few days out of Apostate still?
On the following day, I'll try again to reach out to Tohiro.
Cool. Give me another charisma check.
Cool. Can do. I was writing notes about meditating.
Cool. Pip, the math said about 2 days.
Cool.
It's still not happening.
So
Okay.
and we're going
It's
to
a little better this time.
we're going to between Eox and Traxxas for the salvage, right?
You already did that.
No, we already got that.
Oh, when did we
That was
do
where
that?
the ambush was. Remember?
Oh, I forgot.
That
we
is
did
currently
that
in the hold.
already. Okay, cool. So Apostate.
You meditate again. You sort of sense Tohi's rose presence, but not really, and then it slips away like ice through your fingers, like a snowflake.
It's all right. I just need to practice.
It's cool that you can do it, though. I mean, like, just try.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll get better.
You guys continue on for the rest of this day. If there's nothing else anyone else wants to do.
I want to teach everyone that doesn't already know on the ship how to play three-hand dragon.
Three-hand dragon.
Yeah, so we can have a game night with the whole crew.
Nice.
You're teaching people three-hand dragon. Vizan is pretty good. Rhiannon is hopeless.
This game's really cool and really interesting, but it would be way easier if you had three hands.
I forget the Shirin's name. What's his name again?
The Shirin is... It's not Visoff, is
There's
it?
Vizan, Vizoff, Rhiannon, and Dact.
Sorry, Dact.
Dact.
Dact sometimes wins and sometimes loses because he just makes random decisions. And Vizoff, who has never played this game before, is amazing at it.
He's that guy.
I think he has played this game before.
He claims to have never played this game before.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting hustled.
I've heard that 100 times.
Um,
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd have $10.
If I had $1, I wouldn't have lost as much money gambling.
The drift alarm goes, burp, 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 and you guys exit the drift, the portal into real space. opening the sort of projector on the front of the ship, cutting a hole in the drift to let you back into real space, and you go through it. There's the strange, disorienting transition, and you're in the drift region around Apostate.
I want to send that message to Zydell now.
Boop.
Just over regular comms.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to have a real time, or do you just want to send him a message?
I just want to send him a message. I mean, I would have had time in the 2 days, and since I knew I couldn't do it telepathically, I would have written up a draft and just had it like auto send as soon as we were able to send. Is what my plan was.
Cool.
But just like a full report, honestly, of like, we got there, we delivered this thing, it was stolen, we had to go do this thing, blah blah blah. Yeah.
The little 3 dots next to that message turn into a check mark.
Great.
Cool. And you're in orbit around Apostate, a small, small rock out here. The sun is just a dot, a slightly brighter star in the sky. It is dark. The multicolored lights all over the planet are the brightest things you see, and it appears to. The sensors tell you it has no atmosphere. And you're in orbit around it. You don't have to sit here very long before you get kind of an unusual sensor signal. It seems to be that same sort of trail of breadcrumbs signal you got that led you to Captain Bloodglaive. Seems to be kind of a free captain's thing.
Oh.
They really don't like to make the first move, do they?
Unrelated announcement, B is playing with the fidget spinner, and it's really, really cute.
Sounds adorable.
Very adorable. That's why I look that way sometimes. Okay, cool. Interesting.
Follow that trail, I assume. Everybody go with that?
Pip, you good with that?
Yep.
I'm good with that.
It's leading you down to the surface.
Let's be cautious.
Makes sense.
Slower than we normally would descend, I guess, to just be checking for things.
You're slow. You see there's lots of structures on the surface, but you know most people live below the surface in tunnels. You fly down. You land at sort of a out of the way landing pad. It looks like it's not used very often, and out of sort of a building, sort of like a supply building nearby, comes what looks like a dozen people or so. Most of them look like workers, like they're in like work gear, except for 4. 1 female drow, or drow, depending on how we want to pronounce it, with 3 bodyguards behind her, armed, heavily armed. But the workers seem just to be chilling in jumpsuits and work suits.
Right.
And she offers a wave up towards the cockpit.
All right. Be ready for it, guys. Anything, guys? You know Dro.
Yeah.
I don't actually. I don't think I've ever met one.
Is it drow? No. Do we want to do a culture check to see what we do know about them?
Sure.
All right, sounds good. Can we tell the race of any of the workers?
I've heard all kinds of stories.
Mixed, mostly drow.
Oh, I've heard all kinds of stories.
And mine adds 9, so 21.
Club, you don't work with them much. They don't usually do like mixed race heist teams.
Yeah, we don't trust them.
And Menala, you know a fair amount. You're a diplomat. You've dealt with this sort of stuff. You know they're matriarchal, have a bad reputation, and that Apostate deals in illegal salvage, weird tech, and there's a lot of data brokering that happens here.
Interesting.
This is also a big place for like VR. There's a lot of VR addicts here.
Because the environment sucks?
Yeah, because you can't go outside.
It's fucking. Oh god, what's the? Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Ready Player One?
Nope.
Okay.
She pulls out a talk box and pushes it, and it's a very short range signal just to talk to your ship.
The 3 stigmata of Palmer Eldritch.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
The 1.5 people besides my wife who got that reference just went, "Oh my god, yes."
Okay.
Right.
gets the talk box and talks to the ship's comms, very short range, and says, "Well, you're gonna open the doors, or you're gonna leave us out here in the rain?"
Oh, please come aboard.
I assume my bodyguards are all right, or would you prefer they stayed out here?
Oh, whatever you're more comfortable with.
We're opening the cargo bay doors, right?
Whatever doors you want to open.
Yeah.
She didn't. She was not specific.
Because we're changing the cargo here, right? That's what this is about? Yeah.
Yeah. So you open the cargo bay doors.
We've got some of our tough people there to keep
To look
keep
tough
watch.
in their suits.
Yeah.
I'll be there for when the doors open and do like anything that needs doing diplomatically and face to face.
They've kind of got this scissor lift thing that comes up to the side and goes up to the top, and she's there, and she extends a hand to shake your hand, Maynala.
Yeah, I shake it. Yeah.
Shakes your hand, and she says, "So you're that new ship, huh? Red Rock?
Yes,
I like her. She's nice.
she gets the job done.
That's what really matters. My name's Orana.
Oh, Rana, got it. Writing it down.
I'm
Pleasure
a
to meet you.
salvage dealer, among others. I dabble in a lot of things, but mainly salvage. Puts food on the table and batteries in my laser.
It's a steady business.
Especially now with this war on, and she looks over your shoulder and sees the big shuttle.
Who are you calling a moron?
And she says, "I was not expecting to get that out of this deal."
That would cost you extra. That was something we picked up outside of the normal deal.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it.
I'd be interested in that.
And she says, what would it take to get you to part with that shuttle?"
Mental telepathy to Pip and Bree and be like, "What the hell do you want for this shuttle?" This is the Manta with the wings broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you want for the Prowler?
I want, 90% of player's handbook price.
I don't know what that is.
Let's
You
call
can't
it
buy
X for
ships
now.
with credits, so
Well, you could get the build points from it.
yes, I would like its build points worth.
Mhm.
But then, as long as that increases my the problem is my max build points is the problem on the ship.
They don't have max build points. They just go up and you just become a new tier.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, whatever that number is.
They're like XP points. They're like experience points.
Gotcha for my ship. All right, yeah, I want its build points equivalent.
All right, I'm gonna call that X for the purposes of negotiation, and she can say, X minus 10 or whatever she wants to say.
So offer with X plus 10.
Right. So So you tell me that amount is what you want, and I'll say X plus 20. I don't know
This
what the
deal's getting worse all the time.
I don't know what the currency is, but I'll just say 20% above whatever X is. So
20%.
120% times
Then it was 100%. Then it was 110%. Now it's 120%.
120% times X.
Give me a bluff check.
All right. Oh, this is one of the weird ones. I had a feeling when you said that. I was like, I think this is one of those ones where I have to roll like 8 dice. Not really. Like 2, but it's a pain. Okay, that, and then I also roll this, and then I have to add 13 to that, so math, 27.
27?
Yeah.
You guys go back and forth, and
Okay.
in player terms, you are awarded, I think,
Like a little bit less than X.
16 build points.
Oh, okay, that's great, yeah.
16 build points. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair amount.
Yeah, it's good. All right. Sounds great, yeah. Cool. Pleasure doing business with you.
She shakes her hand, and they take the shuttle. And they
Great.
leave with all the salvage.
Great.
We get
Nice
paid for the
going.
salvage and credits.
Yeah, like you get like your delivery fee for the credits.
It's more than just
Which
a delivery
is-
fee because, right? It's the value of the salvage, isn't it?
There's like some other deal worked out with like who's getting paid for what and how much. And in credits, she gives you 2,000 credits
Cool. Sounds good.
for picking up salvage and bringing it here. It was never a high-paying job.
All right.
Yeah, No, that was what was on our list, so that's fine. We knew this one was like one of the lower ones, but the callow job is a lot.
Yeah.
Nice going on, May. I mean, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We don't even need a fence. Just hiring you next time.
And she says, "Well, you here for any other business?
What else you
I might
got
be
on?
able to put you in touch with someone."
Oh wait. Okay. In out of character to the group, we're looking for tech equipment to help us not go crazy on whatever planet, right?
Arquan.
Arquand.
Yes.
Okay. I'll say to her, we heard that you might have access to some protective gear for protecting against telepathic energies.
I don't personally, but I do know someone who does.
I'd appreciate it if you could put us in touch with them.
Their name is Azzy. They're an
Azzy.
android.
Okay.
They work out of a stack in the Emerald Towers.
Okay.
They're not too hard to find.
Sounds great. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Tell them I sent you.
Will do.
Anything else?
No, that's about it.
We didn't have. Do we have another job here? Jake?
So.
From the list? Do we have another job on Aposte?
If you're looking for more jobs, there's always people that need shooting, kneecaps need breaking, things need stealing.
And there always will be.
We just had a note that said some work out in Aposte. Like, that's what we were told
Okay.
to go for work.
Okay. I knew there was something.
Yeah.
She gives you the impression that illicit work is not hard to find here.
To the bulletin boards.
So what was our answer for the psychic protection?
Azzy.
She has a contact, Azzy. They're an android. They work out of the Emerald Towers in a stack there.
If you have no other questions, she gives you her contact information and bids you adieu.
Yep.
Because Drow are French.
Sounds good. I'm headed out. And yes, as we all know, Drow are French.
Yep.
Oh, one more thing. I recommend putting your ship somewhere inconspicuous, or maybe orbit. Things have a tendency to go missing around here.
All right. I appreciate the advice. Let's all go back on the ship and then decide if we want to send Bree and the rest of the crew into orbit. We can take the skimmer.
I think she just threatened to rob us.
Oh, well, it's
But
kind of her
in a nice
job.
way.
She gave us fair warning.
Because you guys are a free captain, she warns you first.
Yeah. I think we should put the ship in orbit, is what I'm leaning towards. What do the other people think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Just send it on a loop. How long are we going to be here?
We can just send someone up with it. And we can leave our thing here. Our 2-person thing.
What's our 2-person thing?
Don't we have a thing?
You guys have
A
a
shuttle,
small
right?
2-man fighter.
Or fighter, not shuttle, sorry. I keep on calling it the shuttle.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can send the crew up, and then we can stay here and keep the shuttle. Shuttle
Alright.
would be easier to hide.
All right.
Or the
Cool.
fighter.
Sounds good. I'm fine with that. Pip, is that go for you?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. They take off. The fighter stays here, hidden as best you can.
Let's head for
Where would you
Emerald
guys like to
Towers.
go next?
Emerald Towers, yeah?
Emerald Towers. Cool.
Unless
Um,
other people want to go somewhere else.
You guys head that way, taking some public transportation. These sort of strange hover trains that go through the city. You get to this structure that looks like these 6 green spires.
Green spire. Oh, sorry.
Green spire just jutting out of the rock.
Gotcha.
Which you know, have been told, are the Emerald Towers.
Got it.
And as you get closer, you see that they're like a natural geological formation. They're made of stone, but into them and all over them, housing has been built that are called the stacks.
Does it look like slums, kind of, or is it like higher?
Wait, the stacks. It is Ready Player One.
Yeah. I was thinking like server stacks, but yeah,
Ooh,
it's
all
Ready
right.
Player One. These aren't RVs.
How do we know that's not what Ready Player One was thinking?
Uh,
If you put a computer
some
inside
are
of an
nicer than
RV,
others.
that's a server in a stack.
What happens when they have population overflow?
Then you end up in somebody else's house and you don't know why.
She's making a Stack Overflow joke.
Yeah, I know. You overflow into the next person's house and you're like,
All right.
I'm in. You
Cool.
start going through all their stuff.
That's a buffer overflow, but it's fine.
Whatever. I don't.
Everyone, whenever anyone enters a house, they just say, "I'm in."
Extremely
So
hacker
you're.
voice.
How do you want to find Azzy?
We're on the planet of the nerds.
If we go, is there a clear entrance to any one of the stacks?
Some yes, others no.
I'll go in one that has a clear entrance.
You look for one that looks like it's meant to be like a public one, and you go in and it's some kind of bar for robots. And
Great.
synthetic people and heavily augmented people. In addition to drinks, you can buy sort of these like jacks that go into the back of their heads, and then they're buying some kind of experience. Um,
All right. I'll
very
try to.
opium den in
They
here.
say, "Hey, we don't serve your kind." And they address asshole, and they go, "Your organics will have to stay outside."
Almost
Can I-
that.
Can I go to whoever the equivalent of the barkeep is?
There is sort of this metal dome behind the bar with a dozen or so arms, and its glowing eye underneath the glass swivels to you. And then a kind of surly voice says, "Yeah,
Looking for Azzy. Know where I can find him?
what's it to you?"
What's it
It's
to you?
like polishing several glasses. Listen, I don't just go around giving people's addresses. It's a good way to get your servos ripped out.
I'm new. I'm just trying to find somebody I was told to find. I'm just doing my job.
You could say we're looking for business because find sounds like
It's for business. It's for business.
We're
What
looking
kind
to
of
bring her
business?
some.
Whose business?
Hopefully, business for Azzy.
Well, I'll send them a message, and if they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you.
Sounds great.
What's your
It's
name?
from,
Can I give like my hollow card?
Yeah,
Great. Do that.
Club, you can be there. You can talk.
yeah, I was going to say, look, it's from, and then can I just name one of my previous employers? Like I have one.
Sure, give me the name. Tell me, make up a name.
Absolutely, it's let me think. It's gonna be the Sheeran or the Bugs, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be a Sheeran, and his name is well, I don't know his actual name, but everybody just calls him Vox. He talks a lot.
All right, cool. And he says, "All right, I'll tell him." He doesn't do anything.
That's fine. I'll kind of sidle away.
And then you see on the side, there's like a little light that turns on that's like ongoing call.
I'll telepathically to Cobb be like, "Who the hell is Vox?"
Just an old guy I worked for. I did like a minor petty theft job. It wasn't even that big a deal.
Why am I not surprised?
But he's on the station. You know, everybody knows him.
Got a few drinks for you organics. You want any? Or do any of you have a data jack? I could get you a mind vid queued up.
Club.
Yeah, sure. Sounds great.
Claude, do you have a data jack?
Yeah, I must, right? I mean,
What do you
like,
want? The menu's like it's like a karaoke menu. They just have everything here.
Oh,
You
dude.
can buy
Do
any
you want
kind
the
of
Windows XP
experience.
background?
About background. What I want is I just want like a giant concert
Uh-huh.
that also has books, and it's just like, you know, you can basically go really long in those. It's like Inception, obviously. So like you can just read a whole lot and get a lot of information really quickly.
Cool. You pay for the the
Cool
6
background
hour
music.
stint. That'll be like 10 credits
Nice.
Wow, cheap.
at the crazy Mozart techno Mozart library concert sitting.
Nice.
Does
It
Bob need
costs
to be
them-
supervised?
Club goes and he sits down in a booth and he chink.
Not like this. Not
And he
like
just-
this.
Yeah. He just goes catatonic slack.
Nice. Happy cow.
Cool. Percy, anything you want to do?
I wish I had a data jack. Can I get one of those?
This would be
No,
the
wait, I
place.
don't want to put things in my head. Well, I've already got things put in my head.
Percy, this is not the thing you want to do.
If you were gonna buy a data jack, this is the place to buy one.
One of the drinks he has for organics, I'll buy one and I'll just give it to Percy and I'll be like, don't do it.
I don't want Pip hacking me.
Then I would finally know your blood type.
No!
Yeah, it's called a data jack, and you could get one for about 600 credits. You get a cheap one for less.
Well, that sounds fishy.
It does.
It's a used model. It's still got like brain goo on it.
Oh no, was this taken voluntarily? No, definitely
Let's
not.
just say no one's gonna complain.
But this would be a great place to buy one, or any cybernetics. You see, lots of people here are very, very cybernetic.
Extranetic.
You guys don't have to sit around here long before this little holographic, like little tiny four-legged crab robot, kind of. Like little four-legged hemisphere with 4 legs over to your table. And then the top opens and a hologram of a tall, thin android appears.
Azzy?
It says, I don't want nothing to do with Vox. He's an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
It's not
That's why I said
actually.
me.
It's not actually from Vox.
I meant to say.
We were sent to see you by Orana.
Arana. Oh, that changes things. What can I do for you?
We're looking for some protective gear or something that could block telepathic connections. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, you want the prototype.
Oh gosh, I hope you're not saying prototype.
I'm saying prototype.
No, we need this to work.
Yes, Jake.
I just realized that I don't need anything to block telepathic connections because I have no psychic affinity.
You have like negative psychic affinity. Come on up to my stack.
All right.
Hey.
Sigma 4, Tower 3.
See you there.
I'll see you there.
I just said that.
There's like a delay.
You think that's funny?
Klob is still zonked out in his simulation.
Um,
The little crab robot goes outside, hops up, and the legs turn into little hover things, and it flies away.
I hit the big red button. Doom. Yank Klob out of the sim.
You push the end button, and Klob. As you are woken up, Klob, you get really nauseous, and you realize these are the cheap ones that make you nauseous.
They don't clean the ports between each use.
Oh, God. You can get diseases from that.
Viruses.
all right.
Shunk.
Sorry, Clyde. We got an appointment.
It's like a hookah, but for your brain.
Oh, do I have to go? Oh.
No, you can go back to the ship and
Klob,
not
can you
get
give
into
me
any more
Can you give me a
shenanigans.
fortitude save, Klob?
Pop out some space ibuprofen and hand him some.
I thought you were gonna say Space Xanax, but yeah, cool.
23.
You're sensitive to light and sound, and you're nauseous, but you're like, I've been worse. I'll shake this off.
It's like a bad
Alright.
hangover.
Guys, we've got a crap ton of money, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I want to get some cybernetics.
dude. Don't go down to the dark side, man.
Go
I'm
see
not
a
gonna
ripper.
magic.
Go see a ripper, Doc.
I want to get dark vision capacitors. I don't even have to go invisible anymore. I can just turn the lights out.
Hey, are you a doctor? Sort of. Do you want to pull my eyeballs out?
See, that's gross. Yeah, no.
You guys head up to the stack. You go to knock on the door, and it opens. And it's sort of like a man trap, like there's a sort of an airlock.
Great. Super welcoming. We'll go in.
You go inside, closes behind you, door in front of you, opens, and it's a very dark, illuminated only by blinking lights of technology, sort of tech lab. And in the back, up on this rack, kind of hung up limply, is that same android body you saw with a ton of stuff plugged into it.
Oh my
Like
god.
every single port, things popped open, and then a screen on the table opens up and it says, "Yeah, sorry, I'm not like dressed, but this took a long time to set up, and I didn't want to undo it."
That's fine.
No worries.
So you wanted the neural blocker prototype?
How prototype are we talking?
I don't have a brain, so pretty prototype.
So,
Are we ground zero?
You're not ground zero.
Ground like
You're like
3.
ground, like 3.
and what happened to guinea pigs 1 and 2?
Guinea pig 1 caught on fire. Guinea pig 2 still acting weird, but guinea pig 3 is good.
What if that weird guinea pig 3?
What? No, oh, I guess technically you're guinea pig 4.
Did we start counting at 0 or 1?
I don't remember.
Can I do an insight check or something on this bitch to see if he's lying to me?
If you'd like a sense motive check.
Yeah, there you go. That's the ticket. Alright. Shit. I feel like I gotta deal tough with this guy, so.
These 2 little metal claws and
wait,
a
I gotta
camera
roll another
come down
thing.
from the ceiling as if they're on some kind of hanging apparatus, and they start picking things up and looking around of stuff on tables, and his sort of screen image is doing the same thing. It's pantomiming the same thing, and he's like, "Is this it? No, no, is this no?" And then he comes back and he's like, "Ah, here they are."
I got 16.
16. He just seems like a guy who likes to tinker.
Alright.
He's not a professional.
Alright.
And he comes back and he hands you this sort of helmet-looking thing. It looks like a circlet with, a lot of things that like contacts that attach to your head. And then a place to attach a power source. He says, "So here's the first one. That one works pretty darn well. You power it, and it should create kind of a psychic feedback in your own head, so that it's very difficult to get in there.
Like mental humming.
It's like white noise to drown out any sort of psychic anything else. But it's using your own brainwave, so it doesn't drive you as crazy.
That's good.
And the more power you pump into it, the stronger psychic fields it can stop. And also, the more likelihood it's going to give you a stroke.
Great.
Not a big likelihood, but it does get bigger.
Great.
Technically non-zero. I also made these." And he pulls out this sort of jar. The claw reaches over and picks up this jar of pills, it looks like. And he says, "These are psychic blockers. I've got a chemi who whipped these up for me based on my research. These aren't nearly as effective, my psychic research. I'm kind of fascinated by organic brains. They're so interesting, complex, and they just kind of happened. It's amazing."
Can I try to project into his mind?
Yes.
All right.
He's a robot. His mind is synthetic. You cannot. There's nothing there to read. You can only read living things or like machines with psychic projectors, and he has neither.
All right.
Interesting. But as you sort of do your detect thoughts thing, there are some cages with like test subject animals in them.
Huh.
Did he test on rats?
He doesn't have any rats.
That's a pretty typical test subject, and I'd know it'd be safe for me.
That's a good point. I don't have any rats. I've got.
How long have you been running this
Are you signing up?
neural research operation?
There's no research.
Clearly.
This one I've been working on for a couple years now. This particular one, I'm really proud of it.
If I'm doing my sweeping detect thoughts, I guess, do I detect any, like, major distress from anything here?
No, not really.
Okay.
There's one test subject animal that seems to be pretty insane at this point.
Yeah, he says. Well, anyway, the pills do the same thing as the helmet, only they're safer, but not nearly as effective.
How much do you take?
1 pill for 6 hours or so. You can take more, but I haven't really explored what that does.
All right.
So, at your own risk.
Got it. Telepathically to everyone. We want to buy the pills, the helmet, or both?
Both.
I'm thinking both too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, the little two metal claws kind of.
All right. What do you
are
think?
given for compensation?
Lowball him. Sorry.
I don't know what this kind of stuff would go for. Is what I'm
Ask him
thinking in my
for
head.
his price first, and then lowball him.
Yeah. Be like, what are you asking? For both.
Oh, this represents a year and a half of work, materials,
Rolling my
for
eyes.
both of them. Oh, I'd let go of them for maybe 1,400 credits.
I say, you've got the schematics. You can build another. The materials aren't that much.
How do you know? You don't even know what it's made of.
I look at it and I list out the materials.
Give
and
me an
things.
engineering check to say what it's made of.
Engineering is where'd it go? 17. There we go. I mean, that's 3 transducers, a metal rod, a couple of copper wires, and
And you see the purple shit. That's a psychically resonant crystal. That's expensive.
not 1,400 credits expensive.
Yeah, I'm counting in all the man hours, robot hours, whatever.
Those are worth less.
How about 1,000 credits for both?
1,000 credits for both. I'll do
say
1,000 credits in a favor, little one, not a big one.
A favor? Hey
A
guys, do
favor.
we want to do this weird? robot
1,000
thing?
credits in a favor.
This is
What's
a
the
pasta.
favor?
Is it the kind of favor that's going to get me killed?
It's a
No,
pasta.
probably not. You seem pretty tough.
It's a pasta.
Get him to tell you the favor first.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to be specific, but the favor would be something along the lines of, dealing with a certain, unpleasant person that I dislike.
I'm thinking we go for it. Telepathic to team.
Whoa, wait, what do you mean? What does he mean? Dealing with?
Oh, we want to take some guy out or threaten him. I'm
Let me
happy
put
to
it
shake
this way.
somebody up.
Let me put it this way: would you take someone out for 400 credits? Because that right now, that's what that's worth.
That's not really no.
I
I
mean,
would-
usually I just steal stuff for 400 credits. I'm not big on.
This is
I'm
my
not going to
point.
kill anybody if
That's
you ask.
someone I was already planning on killing. No.
Let's just
Take
get him
it
to
out.
give us the stuff, and we'll tell him we'll do it later.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right,
All right. You got yourself a deal.
that's fine.
Wonderful. All right, so there's this jerk, like real jerk,
Yeah.
who's been hassling me for a while now.
Droid or
Up in my
organic?
turf, and I need you to kick him out, okay?
Right.
Sure, we'll do that on our way out of town. And I go to reach for the.
No. And the little robot arms grab them and they shoot back up into the ceiling. I'm not that stupid. I wasn't booted up yesterday.
I look at him and I'm like, can we just give him his 400 credits and we don't have to do this part?
I've got some extra sync helmets. Put them on. Meet me in the rift, and I'll show you where they are.
He wants us to go into VR.
This guy, it's this guy you don't like, this jerk. Is he a droid or an organic?
I don't really know. I've never actually met him.
How do you know he's a jerk then?
Because he's a jerk.
To like flame you on the internet?
Listen, you. Just because it happens with ones and zeros doesn't mean it's less important than what happens out here. I'm just all ones and zeros.
Yeah, really, but don't.
And you're
don't-
just a
don't
fucking
get,
signal pattern and a bunch of fat in your head.
don't get testy with the android about data. Like, trust me, it's like, oh man, I've talked to too many.
Agreed, you can come on and you can help me kick this guy's ass, or you can pay me 400 credits.
Wow, Lincoln's robot RP got really good there for a sec.
It was really good. Okay. Telepathic connection to team. I'm leaning to the 400 credits now.
Yeah, ditto.
What about everybody else?
I like the 400. Yeah.
All right. Take your lousy 400 and let's get out of here.
You pay him, gives you the stuff. And he says, "All right, fine. I guess that works too. Change your mind though. My username is
XX420 Blaze Trip 360 No Scope.
Black Steel, and then that again, but backwards."
Catch
What
me
was
on
I
the
gonna
I
say?
hate meatbags Reddit.
Yeah, that's I'm on that one. Same username. And and if you want to join my guild, our guild house is at it's at the gates of flame. So it's you know where that is. You look like you play.
I do.
If this stuff, these prototypes, they kill me, I'm gonna come back and haunt you as a ghost.
Well, that sounds
Let's
fascinating.
delete scalp.
He said and then backwards, so I just did the whole thing backwards.
It's disgusting. He's got the worst username
I'm
ever.
pretty sure he killed me in GTA.
So yeah. He gives you the stuff, and he's sort of fascinated by the prospect of being haunted.
Great. We roll out
Cool. You guys are able to head out.
back to the ship. Yeah.
Percy or Klob,
Mhm.
since you are both either paranoid or used to underground, sketchy places, can I have a perception check?
Yeah. Percy, go for it.
Boosh.
Percy, as
Bush.
you come out, you're kind of excited, like, we got this cool psychic stuff. You got a bunch of money. This is a great place to get cybernetics. And you notice you're being followed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Guys,
Looks
you know,
like,
you know how I always say that we're being followed and you all make fun of me because we're not?
Yeah, all the time.
I really think we are this time.
looks
all
like
right.
a reinforced EVA suit. It's green.
Eva.
And
Yeah.
they're keeping their distance.
Sally!
Can I comms to Bree?
Yeah.
Within my suit.
Totally.
I'll do that and say, we got what we needed, or we got what we came for. We're gonna meet back up with you, but we got a tail right now.
So
What
are
kind
you
of
asking for a
tail?
quick pickup or?
Somebody in a EVA suit.
They make any moves yet?
Not yet, just following us from the place where we bought the goods. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
I think that's probably just a pickpocket. Or they might want to rough you up or something. Just don't stay together.
Don't stay together. Okay.
Right. Stay together. Get off this line, Pip. Uh, stay together. I think Cloud would agree. These kind of places, they've got pickpockets. They've got people looking to rough you up. I mean, don't stay longer than you have to, but
I mean, we're done here, right?
I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah.
It's just one guy, right?
Yeah.
Is he armed?
Can't
He's
tell.
got
I haven't
arms.
turned around.
Percy, with that 32, he does not appear to have any weapons.
Does he have arms?
I say
though?
no. He does have arms.
There's 4 of you, and you're all armed. I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with you.
We all are armed.
Yeah, but do we have anything else to do here? We can just come to the ship and get going.
Yeah, I know, but it takes a bit to get there, and the ship is in orbit, remember?
All right.
So let's
And
get
Percy
in the...
did want cybernetics.
I was thinking about it.
This is a great place to get them.
I know, but it's sketchy.
Well, you could purchase them and have Vizoff put them in. Or Vizan. Or...
Oh!
Vizan would be able to
I'm planning...
easily
Sorry,
put them in.
to clarify, I'm also planning to have our lab fully, examine this stuff we got from this guy before anybody uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Just throwing that out there. Maybe.
Nice.
And I'd say if you have just Vizan do it, you could get him for a discount.
Okay, cool. In that case,
I'd say 25% off.
cool. I will get some dark vision capacitors
Do it.
for. Let me do that math.
So basically, you can be invisible and in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a place that
I am Super Ghost.
you go into a place that seems to specialize in optical cybernetics, and their sort of motif is this black cat, predatory-looking black cat with these glowing eyes above the door. No name, no written name, and you go inside, and it's very dark.
What's tax on apostate?
That's funny. Uh, um, you go inside, and the person behind the desk is a heavily modded sort of snake person.
Ooh.
They seem to sort of be arms, hooded, cobra head, snake body. Very
Were we
big.
followed into this shop?
No. If you're watching this person now, you see that they don't follow you into the shop. They kind of like keep walking.
I'm gonna hang out outside the shop. I don't need to be in there. While
And they
Percy
say,
shop. Just keep an eye out.
"So, what can I get you?"
Looking for some dark vision.
Oh,
Uninstalled.
uninstall. No, you don't need the installation today.
Just the components.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
They
And
go under the desk and they pull out a few different models.
as evidence that this is a great idea and in no way a bad thing that could happen to me, it will cost $13.13.
They bring out 3 different boxes and they open the little cases to show you what the eyes look like. What would you like them to look like?
Ooh. Well, I want them to. I want to look normal when they're off.
Mhm.
When they're on though. So the
You don't want
thing
them to
about
glow,
dark vision,
though.
they're not going to glow. So the way this works is they do emit ultraviolet light. So people who can see ultraviolet light will be able to see them.
Not
Right.
infrared.
They can
emit
shift
ultraviolet?
color.
That's cool.
So they pull out one that looks like a human eye, except then she holds it in her claw, and power runs through her claws into it, and it goes from a brown eye to a purple eye when it's on.
That's cool.
The other one is just white all the time.
It's kind of creepy.
And the third one she pulls out looks like a human eye until she sends it power, and then it turns into a totally black iridescent eye.
Ooh, that's creepy.
I have more in the back, or we could make you a custom one.
Ooh. I think I want it to be like very discreet. I think I'll just go human. It's like just regular.
No change, no
Just
shit.
regular all the time. I think I'll be fine.
All right. And she gets those for you, hands them to you in a little case.
Thanks.
Cool.
Does this have a
Then-
warranty?
You're a very funny little creature. If you have problems with them, come back.
I'll sell you another one with problems.
My name's Savas.
Nice to meet you.
Savast.
No, I'm not giving you my name.
I don't want it.
I'll head back with my box.
Cool. You
Jake,
can
are
I'm
you
gonna
back
get my eyes ripped out.
carefully
Jake, are
by
you
a
doing,
doctor.
Money.
Yeah, I'm keeping track.
Great, thanks.
We've got a fuck ton.
Well, we had 1,400 lost from that bitch, and then now 1,313 from this other bitch.
Yep. We're still almost net positive this session.
Nice. But and a bunch of build points you got.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're heading back to the ship.
Yeah.
As you guys keep walking, you pass that green armored dude again, kind of poorly hiding, leaning up against a wall.
I'm just gonna get up in his fucking grill and be like, "What do you want? I don't have time to play around."
Panic tries to run away.
Can I roll an intimidate check before he?
Hell yeah.
All right, cool.
He's intimidated as hell, sounds like.
Sounds like.
Oh, she wants him to be so intimidated he can't move.
Yeah, exactly.
Frozen with
Paralyzed
fear.
them with fear. Yeah.
Exactly.
Deer in
This is one of the ones where I have to roll a thing. So give me a sec. Oh, I rolled real
Space
bad, but I have to roll
deer
another
in their
thing.
ship lights.
Okay, so 8 and then plus 13.
Oh, 21 then.
Yeah.
He's terrified, frozen.
Great. Why are you following me?
The voice modulated voice that comes out is very deep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nothing. Who are you?
Do you need something from me? Do you want to buy something from me? Are you trying to sleep with me? Whatever
No, I
it
don't
is,
need it.
I'd rather
Please
just
don't kill
know.
me. I don't need nothing. Who are you? Who am I? Who are we?
Fine.
This is not my beautiful house.
This is not
All
my
right.
beautiful wife.
I'll gesture at my crew and then telepathically to them be like, ask him anything you want, but this bitch has been following us and I'm losing my patience.
I'm not following you. Who are you? No one.
No. I said that telepathically to my crew.
He's not. He's just chattering.
I come up to him and I'm like, cut the shit. And I pull out my welder menacingly.
You're like this tiny little rat, like trying to intimidate this massive green suit dude.
Just answer our questions and we'll let you
Who's
go.
standing closest to this person?
I
Me.
just walked right up to him.
I
Pip,
assumed
can I have
that
a
when I
perception
went up
check?
to him, I like shoved his shoulder.
Pip, can I have a perception check? Because you're
Sure.
standing right up next to him, like at waist height.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Perception. Plus 11. 29.
You hear,
Mhm.
down on the surface there is a thin atmosphere
Mm-hmm.
that does conduct sound, but just not enough to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And you can barely make out through your suit's like sensors, your suit's audio pickup. In the mic, you barely hear, like it's coming from midway down his suit.
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying up there? Shut the fuck up! Just make him go away!
He's a stack of dudes in a suit. Oh god. He's fucking
He's doing a business. He's Vincent Adultman.
Vincent Adultman. Yeah.
Just make him go away! I'm trying, shut up! Hey, we don't need any trouble. I mean, I don't need any trouble.
He did say, "Who are we?"
I don't mean any trouble either. I just want to know what the hell's going on.
His spacesuit has like the sun visor down, right?
An opaque visor, yeah. The
Right,
visor
and it's
is
like
opaque.
this is like it's like a normal spacesuit. I can just slide the up to the transparent one.
No, his looks like it's just opaque. Like it's if
Is
it
it
can go clear.
electronic
there's a
controlled?
button inside of it, but you don't know
Electronic
if it
controlled.
can go clear. It might just be opaque.
Electronic controlled.
Maybe.
I remotely hack it.
Cool. Give me a roll. It's not going to be very hard.
32.
You just like zap it and hit the little like thing in there, and it just goes clear. And it's kind of you're very low, so you just see up there. There's no head in there. And Maynala, you're looking in there. You see what look like a little like lizardy face,
It's kobolds.
kind of koboldy, and it goes ah and covers its face. You seem to have also knocked out the voice modulator.
Great.
Please don't hurt us. The boss will be very mad.
Who's the boss?
He'd be even more mad if we said that.
You'll be really
Bob?
dead if you don't say that.
I'm
I
gonna,
don't know what to do.
I'll,
These things are awesome.
I'm gonna lean over to Klob and be like, Klob, pick him up, bring him back to the ship.
All right, pinch.
Just like
Pick
throw it
up.
over your shoulder.
Just toss them as far as I can into the ship. No problem.
They're very light because it is two kobolds in a spacesuit.
Great.
I'd say put him in the brig, but I'm thinking maybe a bird cage.
I manufacture a bird cage with our UBPs.
Yeah.
It costs like 2. The ship comes down. You put the shuttle back. You put the fighter back in. You go inside. You toss them in. Thump. And as you guys start flying away, any last questions for them?
Oh, we're bringing them with us. Oh, okay. That's fine.
I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know we were gonna take off with them, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just throw them in one of the cargo holds, and we'll talk to them soon.
Okay. You lock them up. You toss them down. The suit kind of breaks in two, and you see that it is two kobolds. One sort of running legs. He's on stilts. And the other one is sort of in front of him on this little stand, running the arms, and he can see. The little one on the bottom has a little screen. He can see how he's walking.
Gotcha.
That was 100% robot for me. I don't know about
Yeah,
anyone
but
else.
I heard it.
Sorry, the suit breaks in two. The one in the top standing on a little platform, and he's running the arms. And
Yeah.
the one down below has little like leg things.
Gotcha.
He's on stilts. And you break it in half, and you tie them up separately. You throw them in the brig. They're very much cost, and Vav is guarding them.
The robotness is not getting any better, just by the way.
Percy,
Yes.
do a full scan with whatever equipment you need of the suit. Make sure there's no tracking devices in them or the suits.
Got it.
And I will spend the beginning of next session looking up kobold cultural customs and bringing them something comforting next time so I can interrogate them more pleasantly.
Got
Am I
it.
still super robot-y?
Yes.
Yes, but it's okay. It's very on point for theme.
Well, then, as you fly off, we're going to finish our episode here.
All right.
Right.
With your 2 cold prisoners,
Yes. Cages.
fancy cybernetics to install, and the creepy world of Aposte shrinking into the background. And no video games.
All right.
Thank you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Oh, right.
This week, not only are we running Princes of Azamar, our D&D live play show, on Wednesday at 7:15 p.m. Pacific, we are in fact doing a special 3-part episode this week. We will be streaming on Wednesday at 7:15 p.m., on Thursday at 7:15 p.m., and on Friday at 7:15 p.m. Pacific.
It's true.
We're splitting the party 3 ways, 2, 2, and 2, just like the Princess of the Plains episodes, but with a totally different mismatch of pairs.
It's our thing now.
So tune in this week for some really awesome, exciting Princess of Azamar action on Wednesday. Also, everyone should send Lincoln their laser taser phaser. I'm trying to think of other things Lincoln might typically say at this point if he wasn't a robot.
That was pretty good, honestly.
All right, so we'll see you all next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.